had the nightmare about Tones, right? So I feel like when he has problems, he's gonna reach for me because no one else is gonna listen, right? Because I already know what's gonna happen ahead of time. To counteract that future dream I had, I've been having Tones read with this, right? So it's like having me around, right? If something were to go wrong, like if he can't get in contact with me, he still has like this, right? So I've been doing that with him for a while now because I've been feeling too weak to read myself, and I was like, I might as well have him try reading and see if it works, right? Because um I forgot to mention to you guys, like in my family I'm the only one that can do this, right? So I'm like the weirdest person ever, right? Because normally, like when you hear these stories, it's like people are like it's been passed on from generation to generation, but for me it's just me, right? I'm the only one that can do this. That's why none of the rest of my family members don't believe me and they treat me so badly. And I gotta keep everything a secret. But anyhow, I had Tonesy start reading, right? Um, and they've been accurate. So now he trusts this, and he trusts like if something goes wrong, at least he's not gonna reach out for me. He know, right? Like if he does reach out for me, he's got this as a backup, right? So like last night, I had him. He said he was tired. He's like, Lisa, you pull because he said he's been doing it for so often now. This, you know what I don't like? This card deck is so disobedient. It sees Tonesy as its master than me now, right? Because like when you have like these things, they have their alignment with certain things. So like with me, it doesn't recognize me as the owner now, right? It responds more to Tones than to me. So which I don't mind because it's not this isn't a complete deck. So having an incomplete deck and have one that like would protect Tones is fine, right? So anyhow, he was too tired, and then last night, so I ended up pulling, right? But I was like, I can feel the disobedience here because this thing doesn't want to. Anyhow, I'm pulling the cards, and the last card I pulled for him was the. Because I'm reading based off of the imagery, right? I'm not reading based, like, the way this deck is, I'm not reading based on what it's actually supposed to be. Fuck, like, how do I explain this? Okay, let me. Okay, in context to me right now, okay, let's use the Lover's card as the Lover's card as an example, right? Okay, let's say in context to me right now, right? This card, normally when you read it, the Lover's card is like one card could have so many meanings, right? So like in context when you read the Lover's card, it's usually a deep bond, right? So like in this context, it would be um the amount of care that the seven dwarves had for Snow White, right? That's how you would normally read this card. But in context to me, the way I'm reading this card is hi ho, it's off to work we go, right? Like that's what pops into my head when I pull this card for me, right? Their mining profession is what pops up when I look at this, right? So last night when I pulled for Tones, I pulled the moon card, right? The moon card's supposed to be deception and things like that, right? But in the way that I read it, it comes off as like pulling an all-nighter because the moon showed up there, so it means like up all night, right? When I read it. So I told Tonesy, I was like, the cards for today, like how today's gonna go, because we read for the next day, right? At least that's what he wants. I only read present moment, but he likes knowing a little further ahead, but I don't do that because future can always change, right? But he likes doing that. So anyhow, so I read for what you need to know for the next day. The moon card came up, which is like the up all night card, but in reality, the card's supposed to mean like deception and things like that, right? But anyhow, that card came up, and I told Tonesy, I was like, wait, it says you're gonna be up all night. What the hell are you gonna be doing? And he said it makes sense because he said today's Friday, and he said Friday we stay up all night. I was like, oh, that makes sense because I didn't care to read, but I only read because he wanted me to. Oh yeah, and I had to wait for Ever Crisis to download. That's what was going on. Anyhow, so my point being, after all of that long-windedness, is that if Tonesy can do it, you guys can do it too, right? Because it doesn't. The only difference is I have the experience because I've been doing this for so long. Okay, grab a deck of cards. Make sure it's not, if you're reading me, don't read for me, right? But if you're reading other things, you can read at night. I'm gonna give you like a rough breakdown of how to do this while I'm not here for like the next 2 years, right? See, for me right now, it'd be convenient if I did this. If the 5 of you were right in front of me right now and just pulled a card, if I went like this, right? It'd be so easy. But for me now, with the way it is, I need this, and then I can pull the card, right? Because it's like me having, it's like having a more, having a stronger source of energy there, right? It's the same thing when I had the umbrella there and I had to put something that was on my body onto it so I could sense it better. It's the same type of thing. I don't know why it works that way. So anyways, I'm gonna pull one card for each of you, right? So I don't know. But I should probably finish explaining the tarot thing first. Okay, we'll get to that after, but I can use this deck now, right? I don't know who to start with first. Who's brave enough to go first? Because this is gonna be what you guys need to know while I'm gone, right? Okay, let me pull for me right now just to make sure this is working. This card showed up for me right now. See, like, I'm not reading it the same way as you're reading here, right? So this is a strength card, right? The strength card. A strength card in normal tarot is like inner strength. But in this context, it's like, because, right, she's got the inner strength to go to the ball type thing. But the way I'm reading it for me right now is that she's getting dressed up, right? So, like, I feel this card popped up for me just now because I feel so put together now, right? Anyhow, that was a weird card to pop up right now. Anyways. Oh my god, okay. When I pull for Ian, this card always comes up. This is Ian's card in this deck. Every time I pull Ian's energy, this card does come up. Unless he's going through some mad shit, this card won't come up, right? Like, oh my good god. The star card is the wish card. But it's not reading that way. And like, because you're looking at the picture, right? And this, she's really happy about something. I don't remember the scene, if this is when she was gonna go see the what's his face, or if this is when Elsa's like, okay, we can hang out, to see like the person's really happy. This is Ian's card in this deck. Anyhow. I know it's working because when I pull his energy, okay, anyhow. Oh, who am I reading first? This isn't, I'm not making a habit of this, right? I told you first one's free, and next time I'm charging you guys so much energy it costs for me to do this. Okay, I'm gonna do Subin first. I don't think Subin's like my bestie right now, okay? Okay, what's Subin need to know while I'm gone? This is what I'm pulling for. More than one card wants to pull out. Hold on. I can feel it. I told you the stove feeling. I can feel it. What does Subin need to know while I'm gone? Judgment card. Judgment cards usually, like, if you're looking at it in a court context, it's like if you were like fighting a case, you'd come out, the outcome would come out in your favor. That's what like that would mean. But like in this card, it's like everything's gonna go well, right? Because it's like they get their fairy tale ending at the end, right? Okay, that's Subin's energy for what he needs to know while I'm gone. I I don't have to worry about Subin. Subin's energy's always been like this. Okay, Judgment came out. Okay, Subin, this is your card. Everything will turn out alright while I'm gone. Good, that means he's not gonna draw my energy. Okay, let's do Yans now. What's Yans need to know while I'm gone? Oh my good god. The Lovers card came out. Huh. Okay, what does he need to know while I'm gone? Okay, I can read. Okay, for Yans now, if I'm reading this, it's like, remember, like, it's Snow White and the Seven Dwarves, right? So Snow White's the main character. So if we're looking at Yans, Yans would be Snow White, and then, right? He's caring for a few other people, right? But he's the main character. Okay. That's what you need to know while I'm gone. It feels like you're looking after people. Okay. Isn't Subin the leader though? Yans is taking on a really leadership type role. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna read Bumgyu now, right? So I did me, I did Ian, just to make sure it's reading correctly. Then I did Subin and I did Yans. I'm on to Bumgyu now, okay? What does Bumgyu need to know while I'm gone? Don't stare at me so intently. Uh-oh. Emperor card. In this deck, this is the sadness card. Right? Because in that scene in the movie, so the Emperor card is like the person. Okay, I don't need to explain tarot. I don't use tarot. I use Oracle more than tarot. But anyhow, in this scene, this is when Elsa, like, the part of the movie where she runs away and she ends up living in the ice castle all by herself. Like, she's all lonely and sad and scared. Like, that's what this card is. Oh no, why is Bumgyu's energy reading that way? Subin, Yans, look after Bumgyu. He's gonna feel ice cold while I'm gone. Okay. You guys keep him warm. Aw. Okay, let's keep going. Don't worry, that's not the worst card in the deck. It's just sad. Oh, okay, let's read Terry now. What does Terry need to know while I'm gone? The card doesn't want to come out. Oh, God, the moon card came out. So I told you the moon card's like deception, manipulation, that type of thing. But in context to this, when I pull this card, it means like up all night. So I don't know if that means he's not gonna get any sleep, or like he's just gonna be more active at night, busy with I don't know what at night, right? This is what this means. Okay, Terry, okay. I feel like there's another meaning here that I'm not picking up on at the moment, but like this card. Okay, time to read healing now. What does Kai need to know while I'm gone? I think this one's good. What we got? Oh, okay. Got the Moana card here. This is the Fool card. So the Fool card traditionally means like it's a guy at the in the card, um, leaving behind everything and starting fresh, right? So like here now, if you're looking at this now, the Moana card, this is when she's leaving behind everything and she's traveling on the ocean to go do something else, right? I don't remember how it happened in the movie. But this is like starting fresh, right? Like you're starting an adventure. That's what this card means. So while I'm gone, it means he's starting something new or he's doing something adventurous. Okay. Or he literally could be doing something on water. Who knows? Because like she's like on water, right? Unless he's doing, I don't know, something water related. Speaking of which, you guys need to chill with the water content. Oh my god, the bathtub, the umbrellas, there's too many. Oh my god. Relax with the water. Relax. Oh my good god. Okay. You guys get all of that? I read you guys now. Subin's energy never reads bad. Jan's energy always reads. Like a leader type energy. Like he has that like weight, but I don't feel like a burdenous weight, right? Terry and Huennings is always a surprise. This is the first time reading Bumgyu's energy and it's not light. Okay, anyhow, I read you guys now. Don't complain to me later. So like now that I have these cards, right, I could easily go like this and they'll be like, who needs a message from me now, right? Or something like that. And then whoever's card would pop up, like Bumgyu's would pop up now, right? Then like I know who I have to read instead of me having to go through everybody, right? Okay, let me talk about tarot since you guys, I just did that for you. If you guys want to do it for yourselves, or however often you feel is necessary, then I should probably go through this now. This deck makes it less scary. That's why I tend to use this. And plus, it doesn't belong to me anymore. It's more for tones. I have to grab this tarot deck now, but I don't know how this is going to work because my phone's braced up against this. Okay, I'm going to hold you guys for like 2 seconds. Hang on. I need this one too. Okay. I told you not to scare me so intensely. Jesus, I can feel you guys' energy through the screen. Okay, let me see if I can brace it. Oh my god, that's not gonna work. I need something thick. Oh, maybe this can work. Oh, okay, that worked. Okay, if we're looking at... I don't use tarot, I tend to use oracle because oracle cards are more positive and they're not as like... They're more to the point, right? I don't like having to read all those in-between meanings. it doesn't matter which deck I use, the readings would still come out the same way, right? It's kind of good that I didn't pull the sleepy card, because that means you guys are exhausted and require rest. So it's good to know you guys are going to be in good condition in the 2 years I'm gone. That means you're not going to be tired as hell. You see this card? He's starting off on like a new journey type thing. Don't know why he's a clown here. Anyhow. You don't need a deck like this to read, right? This is what I'm telling you guys. Need, like, you can use a plain deck of cards. I'm just using this as an example to help show you guys how that works. Let me go through it really quick. Okay. Okay, you guys with me now? You have a deck of cards in front of you and it's not dark as hell right now? Tarot reads in 4 suits, right? So I'm giving you card lesson 101 for free here. So depending on how you use the knowledge, we'll see how this goes. Hearts in normal playing cards would be cups in tarot, right? Because that's the emotion, right? Anything emotional based, you'll get that card will show up. Diamonds is coins here, pentacles, so it'd be anything money related, okay? So when I read my brother and I had a normal deck of cards and I saw diamonds keep coming up, I was like, you damn rich ass. And then spades is swords, right? And that means communication, thought, like in your head type thing, right? And then wands is clubs is wands, and that's spontaneous type energy. It's more sensual, right? It's a spontaneous type of an energy, okay? You got all that? Emotion, so you got feelings, money, communication, and in the head type thing, and then sensual and spontaneous and quick, okay? That's your 4 suits, right? Your face cards are gonna be different. The king, so like it'll go from when you read cards like this, it usually goes from like you'll go from your aces are your ones, right? So you'll go from ace all the way to 10, right? So when someone's going through, like, if you're looking at like okay, let's use me as the example, right? I know I'm gonna finish filming these videos at some point, so like from the 1 would be like starting, like coming back to film the videos, and by the time I reach the 10, it's like the ending, right? So when you read from 1 to 10, you're looking at the progression, right? So when first card's gonna be like an opportunity, second card's gonna be like a decision, like it'll be balanced. It'll be either balanced between a person or time, right? Like there's a fine balance there, right? Third one is like celebration or problems. Fourth one is like resting. Fifth one is the fuckery card. Those are all of like the, like, you're at war, you're in the middle, right? So you're like fighting through your journey. It's like the middle part of the card. Sixth part of the card is like revisiting something or going out to get a different viewpoint. Seven is like you've done the work and now you're trying to see the outcome of that. Then eighth card is like if you want to take on another skill or you're polishing another skill or whatever. Then the ninth one, or options. There's options and polishing skills, and then by the time you reach 10 is like the fairy tale thing, or it's like a nightmare, right? You either reach where you gotta go or you didn't, right? So like depending on which one you read, that's from 1 to 10. Then when you read the face cards, it'll go the same way. It'll go from like Jack to King, right? So King in tarot and playing cards, King is King, Queen is Queen. What else is there? One of them's gonna be Knights. I think Jack might be the Knights. And then the other one, they'll read that way. I can't think off the top of my head, but they'll read that way, right? Sorry, is that a lot of information too quick, too soon? Like if I were to read you guys blindly, like, okay, I'll use Trev as an example. I read Trev blindly. All the diamond cards came out, so I know his energy's normal, and he's looking at money, right? So I already know that right away, without him having to say or tell me anything, because he looked at me like, how the heck do you know this? And I was like, the cards don't lie. Energy doesn't lie. Okay, what was I? Losing my train of thought now. Okay, yeah. So I was talking about how like this year. Okay, I gotta find this card. Where the fuck is it now when I need it? So my energy is a water energy, but I read as an air energy, meaning water means like heart. So I'm supposed to be an emotional type of energy, but I don't come off as emotional, right? So I'll be more like logical, communicating in my head type of thing, right? So I read more as a swords energy than I do a heart's energy, right? Where the fuck is this card? I'm looking for the Five of Swords. I need the Five of Swords. So this is gonna vary depending on what your energy is, right? Okay, here's this fucking card, okay. So I said when I opened those albums, so I already know ahead of time, right? So when I opened those albums, I knew I wasn't gonna pull Johnny, Vernon. I didn't get to pull Shone either. I didn't get to pull any of them because their energy doesn't correspond with the energy going on this year, right? That's why I put here, I was like, I'm gonna try pulling for you guys again to see if your energy will align with next year, because oh shit, I gotta find that other card. I need the Five of Swords and I need the Six of Cups so I can demonstrate and explain this to you guys properly. Hang on. Where's the Six of Cups now? Oh my god, I actually can't find this card. What the hell? Oh, found it, okay. Yeah, it's a 6, okay. Yeah, what was I just saying? Fuck. Yeah, so I mentioned, I name dropped you guys here because you guys' energies in... Oh, my head hurts. Yeah, I knew for a fact I wasn't gonna pull... All the guys I want to pull, that I knew I wasn't gonna pull. I wasn't gonna pull Kai, Shone, Johnny, or Vernon, right? Because this year's energy is like this, right? Five of Swords is the fuckery card. Things going horribly wrong. It's like you're coming out of battle wounded, right? Like you won the war, but at what cost, right? That's what this card is. So I know you guys' energy doesn't align with that. Next year's energy is gonna be like this, where it's 6 of Cups, right? This is like there's 4 cups there and then there's 2 there, right? This is, you guys' energy aligns with this, which is more like, I don't know how to explain it. I don't know how to explain. Fuck. That card there, it's like a childhood card. It's like running back into someone you know and having like those warm feelings. I don't know how to explain it. I don't know how to explain it. Like seeing something or doing something you haven't done in a long time, but you have happy memories of it. That's what this card reads, right? This is how next year's gonna go, at least for you guys. So I know if I try back to pull back for you guys and I get you guys cards, I know for sure this is how it's gonna go next year. Because you guys aren't in the fuckery type energy, right? uh this is what I meant, but I can't explain that all on here, right? Like it's hard for me to explain. I grouped you guys here, so I put Hyuning, Shone, Johnny, and Vernon. I could also put together Yuta, Vernon, Subin. You guys' energy reads similar too, which isn't a bad thing. It's a good thing. You guys have a higher vibration, right? Because 6 is higher than 5. So if we're looking at this, Cups is usually better than Swords. So you guys already at a higher level than whatever the fuck's going on here. Uh so that's what I meant. So okay, so if you have going back to my point now, if you have a normal deck of cards, right? This would be five of spades. So if you pull a 5 of spades, you're fucked, okay? Because it means you're gonna come out injured. You're gonna go to war and come out injured. What does that mean? That's like going through with something and not expecting to come out with scars, right? Like that's what this card means. But on the other hand, if you have a normal deck of cards and you pull a 6 of, what I say, cups is hearts, so 6 of hearts here, you're good here. Right? That's how it would read. Okay, the card lesson over. Any of you can read. It's just a matter of understanding what it means, right? For me, you guys aren't going to get like from 1 to 10. If you're reading my energy, it's most likely going to be a face card, right? Or in this case for me, you might keep pulling knight cards. What is, I can't remember, I don't remember if knights is jack or what is it. I think it's jack. You might see, if you keep seeing face cards, but it's like this card, it means I'm like busy. I'm like going quickly back and forth between things, right? But it's dependent upon the suit, right? For me, you can't pull one card and read it. You'd have to pull a good couple to understand what's going on. For you guys, I can pull one card. But sometimes you need that clarification. You need an extra one. Anyhow. Yeah, I don't tend to read with tarot because this is a pain in the ass with how, like, complex it is. Anyhow, I hope I explained that properly. Okay, well, we're on the topic of cards, right?